At the Cotebrook Shire Horse Centre in Cheshire, spring has brought new life, with 2 foals welcomed into the herd. Owner Janet King is delighted to see them safely arrived.
It's always wonderful to welcome new life into this world, and although I've been breeding shires and had many hundreds of foals over the years, everyone is always so special. And I watch on the cameras that we have in the stabled area night after night when the birth is imminent, waiting for that first sign that a foal is on its way. We've got these 2 lovely foals this year. One is just 4 weeks old and the other one is 5 weeks old. There is actually only 9 days difference between them. This foal here is Cotebrook Talisker, and she is 5 weeks old, and she was the first foal born this year, so she's a little bit shy compared to all the other ones, but she's now becoming a lot more friendly, and we find that we can get hold of her and stroke her, and she likes to interact with the public. And her mum is Cotebrook Loch Loyal. She's an experienced mum. She has had several foals with us, always really good quality foals, so we're very pleased with this one. And this is Cotebrook Dalwhinnie, and she is the younger of our 2 foals, although they are very similar in size. She is a lot more confident. She's always been absolutely full of it, always the first to come and meet and greet you, and she spends quite a bit of time away from her mum, or she's running around in front of her mum when we're leading them round. She's got an awful lot of confidence, which is great character. Being babies, all they do is eat and sleep and eat and sleep and have a little bit of play with each other, but mostly eating and sleeping. And of course they are so friendly, and they love meeting our public as well. So a mare is pregnant for 11 months and 1 week, so it's a long time to wait. And she's carrying this huge foal inside her belly. You sometimes wonder when you see a newborn and it's stood up within an hour of being born, and you think, how did she fit that in there? Especially when you see them coming out and they're all folded up, and they come out and then within an hour they're stood up, and it's just a miracle. Shire horses make wonderful mums. We've got some very experienced mums here, but even the first-time mums, it's amazing how the instinct kicks in. And they know to lick the foal as soon as they're born, to stimulate them, to get them moving, to get them to stand up. Once they're stood up, you'll see the mare will move herself into position so the foal can easily find the teat. And then once they've locked on, that's it, then there's no stopping them. So we've been breeding foals here at Cotebrook Shire Horse Centre for around about 40–50 years, and probably in that time maybe 200 or plus foals that I've actually seen being delivered, which is amazing. This is a rare breed, and every single baby is very precious. This is a wonderful time of the year. Spring is just round the corner, and when you've got a lovely blue sky, sunny day like today, and you see 2 newborn foals gambling around in the fields, what could be better? Just makes you feel full of the joys of spring. When the foals are first born, we tend to keep them in the stable for the first 3 or 4 days, especially at this time of the year when it's a little bit cold at night and you possibly can still get some frost, and we need to make sure that they're pretty steady on their feet. Then we start to introduce them to a paddock when they're getting towards a week old, and they'll spend 2 or 3 hours out and then bring them in at night. Once they get to about 3 to 4 weeks old, we will then turn them out into a bigger field, and that's when they start to mimic their mum. So everything the mum does, they copy. When foals are first born, their legs are much longer in proportion to their body. A lot of people don't realise that, but that's why they look long and gangly, and they in fact grow into their legs, which causes problems when they're out in the field and they're copying the mum, thinking, oh, she's eating some grass, let's have a taste of this, but they can't reach it. So it's great fun watching them trying different positions to try and reach down, where they spread their legs a little bit like a giraffe or almost bending the knees, but they soon get the hang of it when they grow into those legs. Shire foals grow at a phenomenal rate because they're eating and they're drinking, and our mares produce a phenomenal amount of milk, and they soon start to eat from about 3 weeks old. They're eating hay and they're sharing the mum's breakfast and their tea as well, and they grow rapidly. These foals today are only 5 and 6 weeks old, and just look at how big they are already. The 2 foals just love being together. It's great company for them. They're very often miles away, the other side of the field from their mum, and it's just nice that they've got that companionship. So Shire horses in general are pretty slow thinkers, which means they're slow moving, they're very gentle. Gentle giants is what they're known as, and that's because for hundreds of years they've been bred to do a slow, steady job all day long, out in the field, ploughing up and down, compared to a racehorse, for example, who has to go from like 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds, has got to be able to switch its brain on really, really quickly. So that's why Shire horses have been developed as very, very slow thinkers. But that's not to say they can't move if they want to. Even after being around these wonderful Shire horses for 40, maybe nearly 50 years, it still gives me tremendous joy just to be around and about them, especially at this time of the year when you've got foals. It gives you a lovely sense of well-being and everything's good with the world.